Hello, brothers and sisters. The title of the message today is Returning to the Source of Life, Book 2, The New Creation. Number 7, People Entrusted with the Secret Things of God. Number 3. Under such difficult environment, we are holding a secret. What kind of secret is it? Those things all people recognize and know they cannot be called their secrets. People thought Jesus as a great man, Jesus is Messiah, and the one who will save Israel from Roman Empire. That was not the secret. They looked at Jesus with their belief toward Messiah, which they had for hundreds of years. Those disciples who just caught fish at the Sea of Galilee met such a great man, their speed was sky high. Those Israel prophets were waiting for Messiah for hundreds of years, and Jesus was that very man. Their heart became so swollen, and then how empty their hearts became when crowds said to Jesus to come down from the cross, but Jesus could not come down from the cross and died. Spreading this man is God's secret plan. Jesus is a man apparently, but he's God's plan. There is God's secret that Jesus will achieve, but he himself was God's plan. When God created man, with what purpose did God create man? In order to make people as his image, in order to reveal himself through them, in order to expand his own life through them. In this respect, Jesus is God's Son. To carry out power is not the criteria of God's Son. Angels challenged against Jesus. Even now, the angel is challenging against Jesus. But God's plan is not demonstrating power through people, but he wanted to use pure-hearted people to become his image. In order to reveal the entity as his image, we must become pure. Glass must be clear. Only then the light will be illuminating clearly and brightly. If not, the light cannot illuminate clearly and brightly. We can hardly see that kind of glass these days, but right after liberation from Japanese colonial rule, we did not have good quality glass in Korea. The glass quality of bottles and the light bulb were so low and poor. If we look at the bulb, the light was so dim and wavering. The bulb, which was made for the image of the light, was so poor. When the light was turned on, it was so wavering. Like the same manner, even though the gospel enters into ourselves, if my character is not clear, it'll be dim and wavering. This is a serious issue. That's why Abraham received discipline until he became 100 years old, until his thoughts and philosophy all disappeared. God disciplined him. Isaac and Jacob were the same. It was true with Moses also. It was just like the process of making the glass clear and transparent. As I was captivated by the focus of men, I thought, well, the same people read the Bible. Why do they interpret it in such a different way? When I met Watchman Nee, I said to myself, wow, how could they interpret the Bible in such a different way? The character of the people are so different. I discovered that. I learned that it is so important. So I turned thanks to God even for the disciplines. God treats problems in myself through disciplines. In order to make all mankind clean, how much pollutants must be gotten rid of? The soup of the buckwheat noodles we eat during the summer season in Korea, we put beef to the soup and boil. If you boil beef, the fat will come out, and when it gets cool, the fat becomes white and hard. We have to get rid of all fat lump. We have to get rid of all fat from the soup. Then we can use it as soup for buckwheat noodles. Only then we put ice cubes and it gets very cold. Any fat will not come out. Only then we can put buckwheat noodles and we can enjoy boiled and cooled off buckwheat noodles. In order to make clear and transparent glass, many processes of filtering, and in order to make clear meat soup, many filtering process is necessary. Only then when God appears, God can be expressed as he is. If not, my human temperaments will be mixed up and God cannot be expressed as clearly. Therefore, those who are entrusted with the secret things of God, their responsibility is so great. Now it is required that those who have been entrusted with the secret things of God must prove faithful. Trustworthiness and faithfulness are the truth. Those who have been entrusted with the secret things of God must prove their faithfulness and loyalty. Therefore, filtering process is necessary. Even though people may be showing loyalty, if the pollutants were not filtered, loyalty is not worthy. If the message is not shared properly, it is no better than not being shared. Various kinds of filtering processes are necessary. All through our life, the reason why God let us pass through many processes is to filter many pollutants. Our human temperaments must be filtered and all gotten rid of. Those who are entrusted with the secret things of God must go through a lot of hardship in order to make himself to be revealed as he is. The people of the world, they lead their life according to their own thoughts, but we cannot lead our life according to our own thoughts. Our own thoughts must be gotten rid of. All Buddhists are trying to get rid of their own thoughts. The Buddhist people lead their life in an empty way, wrapped up with their karma. They have to get rid of all karma, reach to the nirvana, and finally get to the zero gravity state. This is the wish of all Buddhists. We don't need to reach to the nirvana by our own disciplining, but we must be disciplined by the hand of God, and those things must be gotten rid of. If I discipline myself, it may be possible to some extent, but still something will be remaining. Recently, one of the famous Buddhist monks appeared on TV and asked questions and answered on the spot. He gave a lot of thrilling answers. His dimension is much higher than other people. One of our church brothers asked me, "Pastor, what's the difference between that Buddhist monk and yourself?" That Buddhist monk disciplined himself, but I have never disciplined myself. We cannot be compared. God disciplined me. I have never disciplined myself. God did not let me do what I wanted to do. If I planned something, I could not do anything. If other people let me do something, I could do. But strangely enough, if I planned to do something, I always failed. I made money just 2 times in my life. In the beginning stage of our church, we did not have enough money. I did not know how we could manage. Students moved into our house without any solution, any preparation. Sometimes 40 people had food at our house. During the winter season, we made winter kimchi with 400 cabbages, but it was not enough. When we made bean paste with 2 large bags of fermented and dried up beans. So I had to do anything to make money. But every time I lost money rather than made money. One time, one man advised me to purchase a piece of land that was owned by city government. City government wanted to sell that land. I purchased that land, but IMF crisis came. As IMF crisis hit Korea, certain buildings were sold in 1/3 of its own price. Suppose I did not buy the land, I could have bought that building at a cheap price. But fortunately, the land price went up later, and we could sell that land and purchase the land that we could build the present church building in Ka-Chao. Another time, I bought a piece of land by auction, and that land price went up. Fortunately, just 2 times I could make money in my life. Everything that I planned all failed, lost a lot of money. I sowed fruits and failed, lost a lot of money. I got the subcontract with the blanket making factory, but I failed. So I sold all the sewing machines at the factory at a half price. I had no relationship in making money. I learned the lesson that I cannot make any money. Suppose I could make a lot of money, I could have tried to make more and more money continually. I did not want to tell church members to offer money to the church, so I wanted to make money myself. When we built our church, I did not tell brothers and sisters offer money for that construction. It is so difficult for me to tell brothers and sisters to offer money to church. But brothers and sisters offer money willingly to construct a new church building. Suppose that project was given to me, I could have not built the church. In order to be entrusted with the secret things of God, we must receive disciplines. If not, God cannot commit any of his secrets. Suppose we dispatch some spies, they can become double spies. It's a terrible thing. As South Korean people cannot act as spies in North Korea, so they exchange informations. They become double spies easily, then we don't know who will kill them. Those who are entrusted with the secret things of God should become single-minded people. If not, they would be deserted from both sides. Satan will desert them, and God will also desert them. As we suffer from hardships and disturbances, we'll learn the fact, realize that I am not the one who is entrusted with the secret things of God. There is no one who has deeper secret than Christ. When my friends look at me, I'm the one who has deep secret. My old friends would say, "Is he still alive?" When I was not even 70 years old, my hometown people would say, "Is he really still alive?" They thought he must have died. He cannot be still alive. It cannot be true. Well, those kind of secrets can exist in the world. It's not an amazing thing that cannot provide salvation to other people. But the secret of Jesus became redemption to us. He apparently was the Son of God. Suppose he came down from the cross proudly, then what a wonderful thing it is. Everybody might have shouted and jeered to him to come down from the cross. In spite of the fact he could not come down from the cross and died. Apostles' calculation was wrong. Expectation was wrong. So it is a secret. But that very man became the Lord of our redemption. He's the man who God was waiting for. Other people try hard to give good impression to God, but God is looking for this man, not those kind of people. God said, "I created these kind of people, not Nephilims." We ourselves try to become Nephilims in some respect. And if we cannot become Nephilims, we felt inferiority complex. But God did not want those kind of people. God gave a son to Abraham when he became 100 years old. I don't know why, but that story sounded so wonderful for me. I don't know why the story of Jacob, who became empty-handed as God took everything from him, sounded so wonderful to me. Maybe I also became empty-handed, so that sounded so wonderful. Anyway, it became a hope for me, the way for me. That way, it is wide open way. Nobody will interrupt me. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you.